Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Shooting the Shit with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's topic is, what, in your experience, is the best holster for concealed carry? In your efforts to conceal your firearm, which one have you found does a better job of concealing it, is still comfortable enough to carry, and maintains control of the gun enough to make it the best concealed carry holster in your opinion? Now, me, I don't really conceal a lot. I do carry concealed sometimes, but it's what I would call light concealment. I just pull a shirt over a big, bulky outside waistband holster. I usually open carry. So I'm not an expert on concealed carry. When it does come to concealing, I've always found, some outside waistband holsters are good, but they're never as good as inside waistband holsters. The problem with inside waistband holsters, they're not comfortable usually. But I have found one that I can carry comfortably, and that is Alien Gear, and specifically the ones that have like the neoprene back. I've tried inside waistband holsters that are Kydex, talk about uncomfortable. I've tried ones that are leather, talk about sweating my ass off. But the ones here from Alien Gear, or ones similar to it probably out there, just happens to be Alien Gear's the model I have found and the maker I've found, with the neoprene padded backs. This is the most comfortable way to actually conceal. The only problem with inside waistband, you got to get your pants an inch or two bigger. And at my age, my pants being bigger, I've grown into all the ones I bought for that. So that's the only problem with it. If I carried concealed more, I'd have more of those holsters. But that's my choice for best inside waistband carry holster. They do a great job of concealing it. They're comfortable for an inside waistband holster. And of course, they have the retention of a Kydex holster because of the Kydex front. So they are very nice. That's my answer. Let's go see what other people got, what they think is best. Officer Tater Hater chimed in and says, beat Kydex holster. Green Force Tactical, lots of selections. Best leather holster, Milt Sparks, insane wait time. Yeah, that's true. Or right leather, plenty of options. Those all sound like nice holsters. Green Force, I've never tried them, so I don't know about that one, but yeah. And I've always found that there are a lot of good outside waistband holsters for carry. I love Lobo, but they're a little bulky, especially the Lobo ones, because they're built with that 3-layer thing to make them more comfortable and better, more stable and stuff. So they're great carry holsters, but that does make them a little harder to conceal. John Heasley chimed in and says, Lobo holsters are the best I've found. They are great holsters. I think they are a little harder to conceal, though, because they're thicker. Well, not all their models, because I get the enhanced pancake, which is a little thicker. It's got a 3-layer system. Instead of just having a hole in the leather where you got to fold it back and bend it, it actually has a channel made into it, which makes it ride better, hold better, sit better. It does all the stuff. It just is better, in my opinion, but it is a little bulkier, so I have a little more trouble concealing it. But like I said, I don't really try all that hard. Sean Bain chimed in and says, I have always used Galco leather. Galco leather shoulder rigs. Well, that's good. That's a different way to conceal a shoulder. Lately, it's been a shoulder bag like a Sneaky Pete. I want to find a shoulder bag. I want to find a sling bag that's the right size. Does Sneaky Pete make sling bags? I know they made belt ones. I've never looked into a Sneaky Pete sling one, so I'll have to check into that. But yeah, shoulder holsters are a good way to conceal if you're wearing the right kind of clothes. Now, if you're just wearing a T-shirt, well, not only is it not the best way to conceal, but it makes it hard to get to unless you want to. I almost did it. Unless you want to be flashing people your nipple, like you're trying to get beads at Mardi Gras or something. Which I try not to do anymore, since TriMet, the transit authority, had to talk with me. Let's see here. Felice Shanice says, I use a Bianchi number 5 Black Widow for Smith & Wesson Model 60. I love Bianchis. I've got some of the ones with the little latch on them, the retention system. They make good leather holsters. So I'm okay with that. That's for sure. I thought you'd use one of them bra holsters where you just stick it between your titties. See, women got titties. Well, I don't know why they don't use them. I don't see any other reason for them unless you're nursing. So use them to hide your gun. Stick a little Kel-Tec LCP or a little LCP in there, Ruger, something like that. Put those puppies to work. Colin Bunker Hepburn, he just bought a shirt a minute ago. He became a member of the Church of Phil. Hip Hidden Hybrid Holster. Filster, is that how you pronounce that? I've never known how to pronounce that. Phlstr. Is it Fulster? Filster? I don't know. Tier 1 for Appendix. Yes. Yuck. But it's his opinion. This is no right or wrong to this, but that's kind of wrong. MLS says 2.0 DeSantis Sea Camp alligator holster in my back pocket. Well, yeah, that is definitely one of the best concealments. The only thing is, I wonder then, are you really carrying enough gun if you resort to something like that? It can't be the best if it requires you to carry, less gun. But, some people be very comfortable with the Sea Camp, a little Sea Camp 380 in your back pocket. I've gone out before with just a Sea Camp in my back pocket. It wouldn't be the first time for me. So that's definitely a good choice. I almost didn't add good there. Try not to be judgmental unless you say appendix carry. Gummy Wuzzle said, I want the exact rig that Tex Grebner used. I forget what it was he was using when he did that. I don't remember. He's told me several times. He used to come to our chats all the time on Never Enough Ammo's channel. He's a good dude. He's weird as fuck, but he's a good dude. That made him famous for a little while. And then he got on Tosh and they manipulated him and made him look bad. And it was not good. Donald W. Donnie says, I hate all my holsters except for my pocket. Well, I hope you're using a pocket holster, not just sticking your gun in it, or you're going to end up shooting yourself in the buttocks or something, depending on which pocket you're using. You're going to graze your stinker. Let's see here. Mr. Furley said tier 1. That's the second time I've heard someone say that. Safari Land Kydex inside waistband at 3:00. See, the Kydex inside waistband, it's not comfortable to me. I don't know. It's jabby, pokey. I've got soft, delicate features. I can't be having that poking stuff. No poking here. No poking below here for me. Acer Hammer. I don't know how you pronounce that. Acer Hammer. Is he Nordic or something? Craft holsters, cross draw with the thumb brake. I've ordered a couple craft holsters. I don't remember what they were for, but I've ordered a couple. They make pretty good holsters. Azula is another one I ordered quite a few of, just because they're available online on Amazon. Edgar Cortez says inside waistband holsters conceal very well, and Dr. Santos is hard to beat. I don't know who Dr. Santos is. But other companies probably make good holsters too. I meant DeSantis. Okay, that makes more sense. DeSantis. He weighed in there and said, I meant DeSantis. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and says, I cheat and usually carry an LCP2 in a pocket holster. That is cheating. It is definitely cheating. I have a soft back Kydex for the CZP09. Is that kind of like what I showed? Is that not like neoprene backing? This is so much more comfortable than leather. Or some people say, well, it won't hold up as long. Well, I don't know. I'd rather be comfortable with a holster for 2 years than uncomfortable for 10. You know what I mean? Kevin Mabry chimed in and says, Urban Carry locked leather holster for my CZP01. Urban Carry. That sounds familiar to me. Urban Carry. They make that one that slides down in front of your pants and you can pull it out. And if you're sitting down, your gun might as well be in a vault. But they also make the lock leathers. I have one of those lock leathers. I like that. It uses a little catch on the trigger guard, much like a Kydex holster, but in a leather holster. So I didn't think about those. I like those. Ghost Shadow, Fox and Vetter hybrid inside waistband work well. Emulude photo. I don't know what that means. Emulude photo. Oh, he sent a picture of it. I think it's very much like the one I got. But is that a leatherback? It looks like it's a leatherback holster. Looks like basically like what I showed, but leatherback. Let's see here. The leather makes me sweaty. Don't it make your ass sweat? It makes mine. Because you get warm and then you sweat everywhere when you get warm. Because your body goes, well, can't just sweat right there. So ass sweat it is. And I don't like the ass sweats. Call me crazy. Sparks 68, Bianchi, and Safariland. He didn't tell us what model, but he gave us some names at least. Peter D. Well, see, that's helps too for people who are newbies. If they just learn the name, they're like Bianchi. I've never heard of that. And they'll go look at the website and they'll see what all they got to offer. Peter D., who we all hope is doing well with his Lyme disease that he got for mocking Phil. I really don't care to conceal properly, but better holsters are awesome when you do want to conceal. The hybrid ones are great. You see, that's a name I've heard a lot, but I've never owned one or used one. I don't even know if I've seen one. But I hear that name all the time, Vetter holsters. So that'd be something to look into for people. And yeah, I don't care about concealing either. I'm old. Nobody looks at me. So when I was young and hot, maybe I should have concealed better. And I did back then. But now, if anybody looks at my ass, it's because I've sat in something. If I know someone looking at my rear end, I'm like, well, what did I sit in? Did I sit on a small animal? Is it stuck there? What's going on? And at my age and getting fatter and having this feeling, I could sit on a poodle or something and not know it probably. I'd try not to. I don't like that, but Caveman in a Suit says favorite is Crossbreed Super Tuck for 13 years now. The crossbreeds are a very popular holster. Is there a long wait on them these days, or are they more, produced heavily? I don't know. We're almost done here. We got one more person weighing in, and then we will be finished for the day. And it is Daniel Pint, the donator of all the knives I mailed out the other day, which I haven't mailed all of them yet because not everybody's let me know what their address is. But he said, Kydex T-Rex arms iron side at 330 with a cant, carry condition in a loin. Let's see here. Carry condition in a loincloth using a string. Ew, gross. Which way is the string going? Is it going around or is it going up and down? Are you flossing or what are you doing with that string? No, never mind. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Sometimes I ask questions I don't really want to know the answer to. Sam M actually chimed in here at the last minute, and he got in before I said that's all for us today, so I will read his comment. Urban carry makes good holsters for concealing. Open carry is best for wearing skinny jeans. Well, I don't wear skinny jeans. I remember Lucas from T-Rex Arms wore skinny jeans a lot, and I made fun of him for it once, and I think it hurt his feelings. But at the time, they were giving me shit because I'd used a picture of him appendix carry and saying that's not what you should do. I don't like appendix carry. And they got all over me, take that down. I'm like, no. I'm like, if you'd asked me nicely, I would have probably done it. But since you demanded I do it, fuck you and your skinny jeans. And it kind of hurt his feelings, I think. Because that poor kid, he's kind of an effeminate kid at the time. And, he's not like a big masculine guy, and he's in a uber masculine profession. And I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on him to be manly and shit, which he wasn't doing very well, but he was sensitive. And I should have taken that into account before I said, fuck you and your skinny jeans. But I didn't. I was cruel and thoughtless, as I often am. But that's it for us today. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it, especially those of you that weighed in to share your information and your knowledge with everybody else out there that might be looking for their first concealed carry holster. Like I said, it is appreciated. And if it helps just one person, it was worth it. Do it for the children, or not children in this case, new carriers, but 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, they're children to me. My son was 21, just got his carry permit, and I'm like, a child is carrying a gun. It's scary. Not as scary as when he got his driver's license. That scared me way more. A child is using a car, and it's my child. He might wreck and kill himself. So I was more scared with that. But thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for participating. How about you out there in YouTube land? What do you think is the best concealed carry holster? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you want to weigh in on one of these topics in person, come to our live chats. We do them every day without fail at 6 p.m. If you come here at 6 p.m., sometimes quarter till, there's like a 99.9% chance we'll be doing this chat because we've missed like 2 or 3 in the last several years. It's been at least, I think, 5 years that we've done one every day. So come on in, join the fun, join in on the fun. I'm going to use that word very loosely. And, get involved, have your voice heard, make some friends, join the community. I hope to see you here again soon if you're already here, and hope to see you here for the first time if you've never been soon. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Before we go, I just want to take a second to remind everyone that this channel is 100% viewer funded. We don't take a penny from advertisers, retailers. We don't take money from political organizations. There's no one telling me what I need to tell you. Everything that we do is done through the generosity of our viewers, either buying merchandise or becoming a patron or a Subscribe Star member. You're all the ones that support Pets and Vets and TYMP. And that's the reason I can stay true to myself and loyal only to the people who watch my channel. And I can spend my time talking about what I want to talk about, telling what I think needs to be said, and giving you my uncensored take on things I think you need to hear. So if you'd like to help keep things that way, please support the channel by becoming a patron, a Subscribe Star supporter, or just going over to my web store and buying some merch. The links are all in the upper corner of this video.